folks out there in the land of YouTube, my brothers, my sisters, friends and colleagues. We're going to jump in today with Roger Taylor, and this song is called... Can you do that? The Unblinking Eye. I had to check to make sure because I made myself dizzy. Alright guys, so if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are interested in exploring music from the past and present across all genres with your boy, without any discrimination. That's what we're about to do. So I want to thank everyone leaving a comment for this song, suggesting this song. Actually, it's been coming up quite a bit, and yeah, we're gonna go check it out. So don't know what this is about. Unblinking Eye. It does remind me of their video game called The Eye, which I've not played yet. I'm intrigued to get hold of a copy for it because they did release a video game. I do know they have a new mobile game now for your cell phone. You know, you can play as Queen. I'll be honest with you, I did try it out, but then it was like, to advance, you got to pay to unlock the levels and character costumes and all that. I was like, forget that. Forget about it. You know, Queen, I thought you would have did something for the fans, yo. I thought that game we could have. Anyway, conversation for another day. Let's jump into Roger Taylor, The Unblinking Eye. First time listen, first time reaction. Don't know what it's all about. Literally walking into this blind. No pun intended. All right, let's jump in.
God would weep if he existed, and he saw what men can do to men. He'd think that we were twisted. His unblinking eye would blink and then he'd say, not in my name you don't, you stupid little man. With your arrogance and ignorance, you do it time and time again. I must be getting old.
It came in. You know, I want to go back to that drum hit when you just came in there. Probably again with this guy, the way he sings is quite remarkable. I can see it's released on the Queen official channel. I will leave a link for that in the description box below. There's something about the way the drums came in there. I know he's a drummer, but there's something about it. It was just a bit like... Let me save my comments hopefully towards the end. Let's jump back in.
Time and time again. I must be getting old. There's a fire of fury driven deep into my soul. It's the helplessness that comes from being under your control. And everything is broken. We are the high street for the high streets for the hoes. High streets for the hoes. 5 million cameras stare at us. You treat us like the fools. Our privacy is meaningless. We're suffocated by 10,000 rules. This kingdom's not united, just a complicated mess. Are we in Europe, half in Europe, not in Europe? We're soulless, spineless, directionless. I must be getting old. There's a fire of fury driven deep into my soul. It's the helplessness that comes from being under your control. And everything is broken.
Queen, as always, experimenting with sound, and you can see it. That's what I love about this video. It's almost like the One Vision kind of vibe, where you're kind of behind the scenes, a bit eerie because it's just Roger Taylor by himself, right? Minus the other three fabulous musicians. Yeah, just that sound thing. I don't know what that's called, but it's manipulating the sound there to give it that kind of effect on it. But yeah, it's just the whole vibe of this. Societal issues. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics after the song. It's just so much going on here. It's just incredible, incredible. Completely different to some of the other songs that he's released that I've heard. Say It's Not True, Old Friends, for example. But this one here, I'm gonna say it honestly, guys. It is very British, and it is almost sort of sticking it to the man in a sense, right? From what I heard about the cameras were being watched, it's a mess, spineless, in Europe, out Europe, in Europe, out Europe. That's what he was talking about, right? So what's going on? And this was released, what, in 2000? Year 2000, I think, here? So anyway, we're going to jump back in. I'm hoping there'll be I don't know if there'll be a guitar solo, but more of a drum emphasis on this, hopefully. Guitar solo instead. Piano, baby, more piano. Wanted more piano there.
Why send our young men out to die in wars that we don't understand? Why on earth should we be meddling in places like Afghanistan? Price is much too high. There's a fire and a fury driven deep into my soul. Is the helplessness that comes, you even soul I go, and everything is broken.
Absolutely interesting song. Absolutely interesting. I was taken aback with that one. At the end, I was a bit in flux with some very emotional vibe to it, because I just kept thinking about his friendship with Freddie for some reason towards the end. Can't believe it. You know what I mean? So it's just unbelievable. This guy was Roger Taylor, and you know, the band together existed the way it did, and now he's singing songs like this. 2009, folks. 2009. This was released. 2009. 2009. So it's bizarre. We're fucking in 2021, and it sounds like it's. That's why I was confused. I was like, is this from way back then? Obviously, there was references to Afghan and all that, and the war and all that. But then some of the pictures, if you look at it, this is closed, that's out of order. You can't go that way. You can't. It's like COVID. That video is like a COVID. Apart from people outside socializing and that. But other than that, everything was almost parallel to what we're experiencing today. Do you know what I'm saying? So I've got the lyrics pulled up here. God would weep if he existed and he saw what man can do to man. He'd think that we were twisted. Okay, that's the opening. Again, this kingdom's not united. Just a complicated mess. Are we in Europe? Half in Europe, not in Europe. We're soulless, spineless, directionless, without direction. Right? I must be getting old. There's a fire and fury driven deep into my soul. Right? So that. It's helplessness that comes from being under your control, and everything is broken. Everything's broken under your control. And he talks about the war here. This is a song that was obviously inspired by the time, you know, what was going on around. You know what I mean? It's a very interesting song, and it's a very song worth exploring further, I guess, if you want to sort of delve into the issues we have today and what has changed since then. You know what I mean? Because that's why it was a bit of a paradox. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, bizarre things, bro. Bizarre things. 5 million cameras. This is what got me. 5 million cameras stare at us. They treat us like we're fools. Our privacy is meaningless. We're suffocating by 10,000 rules. Right? And this was 2009. 5 million cameras stare at us. My friends, make that 50 million cameras now. Right? We don't know how many cameras are out there. What does this remind me of? Is it that 1982 book or something? What's that book called by George Orwell? There's a book by George Orwell. It has this kind of vibe to it. You know what I mean? Sticking it to the man kind of vibe. I want to say conspiracist kind of vibe, but overthrowing the governing powers that be that trying to suppress or overpower mankind, but they get told and put in their place by forces outside our control and nature. You know what I mean? So have your faith in God. Have your faith in whatever you believe in outside of the human form, right? Because you know what I mean? That's what it's about. And obviously in this situation, I mean, it's not a song you can sort of get up and groove to. Let's put it that way. It's quite a realist kind of song, and it's basically highlighting things that a lot of people tend to forget. All right, so that was it. As I mentioned, guys, that's my thoughts on it. All right, that's my opinion on it. May differ from yours, but that's fair enough. You know, you can share what you think about it in the comments below. But like I says, you know, it's all in the GOD's hands or whatever you believe in outside the human form. Could be yourself you believe in, that's fine, but make that change within yourself, like Roger Taylor did with this song. All right, so guys, that was my reaction to Roger Taylor's The Unblinking Eye. Everything's broken. All right, make sure you are staying safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.